Welcome back to our Blackhorse WarBirds series. Today we have two amazing World War II warbirds for you. The P-51 Mustang versus the F4U Corsair. When you look up into the sky, you can almost hear them, the roar of their engines that still echoes through time of two true warbirds in history. During World War II, these two American fighters were at the top of their games. The North American P-51 Mustang and the Vought F4U Corsair. The Mustang, a sleek thoroughbred for Europe's long skies, the Corsair, a rugged brawler with bent wings ruling the Pacific. These planes were extensions of their pilots, from farm boys to factory workers turned into deadly knights of the air. They didn't just fight battles, they changed the course of the war and thus the world's history. The Mustang and Corsair were legendary, each answering the question, how do you build the perfect fighter? One was built for speed and range, the other for power and toughness. But both became icons of American air power. They were the sharp point of the spear, the guardians of the flock. Their stories reminds us of what we can achieve when we as Americans stand together. The P-51 Mustang's story began with a British request in 1940, and North American Aviation delivered a prototype plane in just 120 days. But it was with the addition of the British Rolls-Royce Merlin engine that made it a true legend. The F4U Corsair was designed around the massive Pratt & Whitney R2800 engine, demanding a unique inverted gull wing for its huge propeller. The Mustang's laminar flow wing gave it speed and range, making it the ultimate escort fighter. The Corsair's priorities were power and toughness with its 650 caliber machine guns and a rugged frame for carrier landings and ground attack. The Mustang was all about aerodynamic perfection and efficiency. The Corsair was a predator, fast, heavily armed, and able to take a beating. Pilots called it the Ensign Eliminator for its tricky landings, but once mastered, it was beloved. The Japanese called it Whistling Death for the terrifying sound it made in a dive. Both planes were masterpieces of design, each built for a different battlefield. Side by side, the Mustang and Corsair revealed two philosophies of air combat. The P-51D's Merlin engine made it a high-altitude speedster, 440 miles per hour above 25,000 feet. The Corsair's double Wasp engine gave it brute force, excelling at lower altitudes and rapid climbs. The Mustang's range, over 1,600 miles with drop tanks, let it escort bombers deep into enemy territory. The Corsair, with a 1,000-mile range, was built for intense Pacific battles. Both carried 650 caliber machine guns, but the Corsair could haul more ammo and heavier bombs. The Mustang was nimble and offered superb visibility, a pilot's dream. The Corsair was a muscle car, powerful, tough, and deadly in a fight. Each had its strengths, the Mustang for endurance and agility, the Corsair for power and versatility. Pilots respected both, knowing each could mean the difference between life and death. These were the ultimate tools for victory in the air. Over Europe, the P-51 Mustang changed the war. Before its arrival, bomber crews suffered heavy losses deep in Germany. The Mustang's long range meant bombers finally had fighter escort all the way to Berlin and back. Mustang pilots swept the skies, destroying nearly 5,000 enemy aircraft and securing air superiority by D-Day. The Mustang became the symbol of American air dominance. In the Pacific, the F4U Corsair earned its own fearsome reputation. First flown by Marine squadrons, Corsairs devastated Japanese forces from island bases. Legendary aces like Pappy Boyington led Corsair pilots to an 11-to-1 kill ratio. As pilots mastered carrier landings, the Corsair became a premier naval and ground attack fighter. The Whistling Death was essential to victory in the Pacific's brutal battles. The war ended, but these machines kept flying. The P-51 Mustang and F4U Corsair served in Korea and beyond, their designs outlasting the war they were built for. They represent a golden age of American aviation, monuments to ingenuity, teamwork, and sacrifice. Seeing one at an air show today is witnessing living history. Pilots everywhere speak of them with reverence. They were the pinnacle of piston engine fighter design. For those who flew them, they were lifelines. For their enemies, terrifying adversaries. Today they connect us to the courage and sacrifice of the greatest generation. Mustang or Corsair. Both were the right plane at the right time, flown by heroes. They dominated the skies and helped secure our future. Which one would you choose? Let us know in the comments box. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps us out here at the Blackhorse channel. This is Blackhorse 6 signing off.